What's good, everybody? Boxing First Vlog, back in the building. Bang, bang. Hit you with another 1-2. Came to talk to you about the results from the welterweight WBO International title contest, which I found kind of interesting. There was a belt on the line, and these are two semi-vet sort of fighters. You had one 19-0, you had another guy 12-0, Congo McKinnison bout that we speaking of. But it was a 10-round fight, but a strap was on the line. Just find that kind of interesting. And secondary and main part of the video, big salute to the judges for getting this one correct. I mean, they really did get this one correct. They saw a fight that was tricky to judge, as I was on Twitter chiming in a little bit here and there. I did have McKinnison up on my personal card by a round, so I gave it to him a little bit closer than they did, but they got it right, and that's what really this is about. And when they do get it right, we got to give these judges their propers, man. We get on them when they don't get it correct, but when they do get it correct, it's almost like it just goes by the wayside. So big salute to the judges. And as I have a thought in my mind to get these people's names and maybe give them some respect, maybe on IG, something like Twitter and things like that. But anyway, man, this is my quick thoughts on the results of this fight. It was an interesting fight. McKinnison, to me, he won it by getting inside faster and having a little bit of the sharper, stingier punches. They weren't more powerful punches, but it looked good, a matchup on paper. But when you looked at it, Southpaw versus Orthodox, that style clashes in itself, but both these guys were counter punchers. So it made the fight a little slow, and then when we got our action, you kind of had to really have a keen eye on judging that quick action. But both guys being counter punchers, I don't think the matchmakers took that in consideration per se. I think they were looking at the names, the region that these guys were representing over there on the other side of the pond, so to speak. So I think that made it for an interesting matchup. But if you really looked at the styles per se, both of these two dudes being counter punchers, neither one of them having, a setup jab, so to speak. It made for a tricky fight to score and for a little dull in the fight. Good movement from Congo, but not enough offense to go with that movement to really set up the things he needed to do to win that fight. But good effort. Neither guy seemed overtly winded, so good conditioning on both dudes. Hopefully one of these two guys can get a bigger stage in the future. Congo, a little bit of work though, you know what I mean? Some better inside fighting for him for sure, because he's going to go up against guys more or less either the same size as him or bigger. So even in the weight division, you can get guys that are bigger than you within the same weight division, as he was bigger than McKinnison by the eyesight test to me. So again, he may go against a guy that's stronger and really can do a good job of stalking him and pinning him down. So he's going to have to learn how to fight inside. But he does have a bright future. Maybe get him to work on that jab a little bit more and be more offensive instead of waiting for the offense to come to him. He has to do more setting his offense up, so to speak, instead of hoping his opponent works with him. You got to make your opponent do certain things that sometimes in this fight game. But anyway, that's just my 1-2 on this particular fight. I thought it was a good fight from a judging aspect. And they, like I said, they did a great job on getting it right and picking the correct winner. That being said, salute the